So today again we are reacting to cringe, but it's even cringer than the last one, and it's cursed viewer confessions. And one more time, subscribe to Mando 266. He is the best YouTuber. Let's start with the video.
Please submit your worst and most diabolical confessions, and maybe I'll make a video about it.
And actually, bro made a video. 4,406.
So, back when I was younger, I would always hold my poop. Yep, I was lazy and too busy watching stupid stuff on YouTube until midnight. And when the turd came knocking, as it always did, I would clench it to keep it from filling my pants. But every time I did, a little nugget would get stuck in my ass. So what did I do? I would pick it out and drop it in between my bed and the wall. I kept doing this for God knows how long, up until we moved out. But when my bed was moved out, into the truck or whatever, my mom noticed the little turd nuggets on the floor. She was originally convinced it was Oreos, and deadass picked it up and crushed it with her bare hand. She asked me, "What is this?" But I lied and said, "I don't know." But when we got to the new house, I came clean, and she was disgusted. She said, "You need to keep your stuff together." And when my dad heard that, he actually laughed, and they both called me the poo flinger for a while. Yes, this actually happened, and I still think of my mom pinching my shit with her bare hand in my nightmares.
What?
So, I used to watch a ton of spicy content online. Like, way too much. To the point where normal videos didn't really entertain me anymore. I felt like I had seen it all. So I got a little curious one day, and ended up clicking on the alternative side of the site. Specifically, guys' content. And I'm not gonna lie, that sheet turned me on. Now, every time I browse that specific site, that's what I look up. But I'm still straight, by the way. So,
I catfished my best friend with a fake account. Bro said he was gonna start using dating apps, and I thought it would be hilarious to make a fake account and try troll him. Legit only took him a day to find the account, and since I knew everything about him, it made it really easy for him and the girl to communicate. He would keep trying to flirt, and I had to fight my urges to make fun of him. The troll had to go on. He would inform me of how the relationship was going, which was just more ammo for me to use. I cut it early when he sent the girl a pic of him shirtless, and I asked him to go lower. Then he sent a 2-minute video of him doing some questionable stuff. I did not ask for this. I still have the video in my camera roll, and I don't...
Why didn't you delete it? That is just straight up. Nah, I can't see it.
know what to even do with it, bro.
One time we were in the middle of moving cribs, packing everything up, the usual. The day after we moved in, we went back to the old house to check up on a few things we left behind. Unfortunately, this day wasn't normal. I think I might have eaten a Taco Bell before we went. My stomach was acting up. I had to take a massive dump.
Your bathroom is going to be brown colored after that.
So, I went inside to the bathroom to do my thing, but to my dismay, none of the toilets worked. The water was shut, so I couldn't use it. This is where age becomes a factor. I wasn't thinking right. I thought of the genius idea to let it out, in the pool. So I run outside, no hesitation, hop in the pool, and let that log out of my system. And the worst part, my parents were there, witnessing the whole thing unfold. When they realized, that's where it was over for me. I got when I got home. But honestly, I can't blame them. I could be the reason for whoever moves into that house has to see a massive turd in their pool. That moment might be the lowest IQ moment ever.
हमारे पास खजाना नहीं.
Are you serious, Mom?
In high school, there was this very, very beautiful girl that I liked, and she was somehow single, despite most people in my friend group, whom I knew also liking her. I overheard a conversation with her friends that she was going to watch a new film coming out with some other random guy in a cinema close by. My dumbass thought it would be a great idea to go to that exact same film session. Problem is, I was broke AF and had absolutely no money, so I had to sneak in. On that day, I follow her and her guy friend into the cinema, trying to act as normal as I can and get a seat directly behind her. The cinema actually seemed quite empty, maybe just 10 or 15 people in total, us included. Just about past the halfway point of the film, the girl I liked and the guy started passionately making out. I didn't even know when it started, because I was low-key really invested in the movie. But anyway, I pretty much instantly get rock looking down at them. So I did what we all would do in this situation, and rubbed it a little. And I suppose it got out of hand, or in my hand, because I was full on it behind them. They didn't seem to notice, and the film also got into a really romantic scene, turning me on even more. Turns out, while they didn't notice, somebody else did. And before I knew it, there's a security guard, or some movie worker, shining a torch right at me, as I'm still going, about to finish. Almost everybody in the cinema turns to look at me mid-goon session. Eyes shut, and I finally... When I open my eyes, I realize everybody is laughing at me. Anyway, then I got dragged out and beaten up in the alleyway next to the cinema. Long story short, lesson of the story: probably don't goon in the cinema. Shut your fucking mouth!
When I was little, my mom told me not to touch people because I have an infectious disease. So as I grew up, I was a germaphobe, and still kind of am. I also was worried about getting other people sick, so I mostly hid in my room most my life. One time when my mom was hugging me, I told her that I was going to get her sick with my disease. So my mom said, "It doesn't affect the people in the family." So throughout my whole childhood, I thought I could kill anyone with a single touch. Now I'm 19 and I got it tested. It was autism. And me and my family are out of contact now. I'm in therapy, recovering from this shit.
When I was in 4th grade, my brother went to the same school as me, and I hated him because
Why?
people only knew me as his brother. So I decided to start taking pictures of his homework at night and studying his handwriting and practicing it. And eventually, when I got good at it, I wrote, "I" to my mom in a bathroom stall in his handwriting in one of those super thick Sharpies signed by him. It didn't take long for a teacher to notice and recognize it as his handwriting. He got called into the office and he insisted it wasn't him, but I don't think they believed him. I never told anyone. And also, I would 100% do it again.
Because that was funny.
Bro, what did your brother do to you this much that you copied his handwriting and literally wrote something questionable? And nah, you have no brain, lil bro. Like, how did you sabotage your bro?
Back when I was in 3rd grade, I had to poop very bad during class. The toilet was at the other end of the hall, so I knew I couldn't make it in time before I shat myself. Instead, I pulled my pants down, crouched over the floor mat outside of our class during 2nd period, and dropped a huge, smelly log on it. Surprisingly, nobody noticed, and I, in a stroke of genius, also wiped my ass with the same mat as well. After I was done, I went back like nothing happened, and just a few minutes later, a kid with autism that nobody liked had to go to the toilet as well. He unknowingly stepped in the rotting brown turd and left footprints of poo behind him when walking back to his seat. He blamed me for it, but nobody else believed him, not even the teacher. We started calling him Mr. Brown at school, and a few days later he moved to a different town, and I have not heard from him since.
Bro, nah, you guys sabotage kids. Now you even sabotaged an autistic kid for the turd of poop you left on the mat. That is just a new level of disgusting, man. You should get therapy as soon as you get out of the school, because I think your dirty ass is not good. And that's all for today. Bye.